This surveillance video shows a murder suspect, moments after they allegedly stabbed investigative journalist Jeff German on his property in Las Vegas.
You could see in the surveillance video from across the street that someone, an assailant, came into his yard, went to the left side of his house, went inside the gate, shut the gate.
Then we see Jeff, moments later, opening his garage door, and he was instantly ambushed when he turned the corner to where that person was lying in wait. In the video, you can kind of see a struggle, but Jeff ultimately falls to the ground and he never gets up.
What happened to him in that attack?
Jeff was stabbed. He was stabbed 7 times, 4 times in the neck, 3 in the torso.
7 stab wounds. Did that suggest what kind of a killing this was?
To me, this was a very personal attack. To stab someone in such a short time, viciously, 7 times, with no warning.
German had worked at the Las Vegas Review-Journal. After German's murder, the Review-Journal's executive editor, Glenn Cook, asked the assistant managing editor for investigations, Rhonda Prast, for a short list of possible suspects.
One of the names I gave him was Robert Tellis.
And who is Robert Tellis?
He was a Clark County elected official in charge of the public administrator's office, which handles estates of people who were deceased.
4 women who worked at the public administrator's office reached out to German and told him that their boss, Robert Tellis, harassed, bullied, and physically intimidated them. The women also told German about an alleged inappropriate relationship between Tellis and a subordinate in the office. Tellis and his subordinate deny these claims. German would go on to publish 4 articles about Tellis' alleged misconduct. When police released the surveillance video of the suspect walking in German's neighborhood from the morning of the murder, Review-Journal photographer Kevin Cannon noticed something about the suspect's walk.
How would you describe that gait?
It's a bit of a limp and a favor on one side, it seems.
Kevin went digging in his files and found this, a walking shot he had taken of Robert Tellis when Jeff interviewed him at his office. The staff compared both videos side by side.
I'm not sure how to describe it, but it was definitely the identical gait in my mind.
Glenn Cook says his staff moved forward on the operating theory that Robert Tellis could have been the killer, but they still didn't have hard evidence. Then the police released a photo of the suspect's car, a maroon Yukon Denali.
Show me what you did.
But you just type in the address, you pull up the Google Street View.
Assistant city editor David Ferrara immediately typed Tellis' home address into Google Earth.
And if you zoom in on the house, that maroon vehicle is there, parked in the driveway.
The maroon SUV was registered to Tellis' wife.
We have every reason to believe at this point that it's only a matter of time before a search warrant is going to be executed at that house.
In the early morning of September 7th, 2022, just 5 days after Jeff German's murder, Tellis was brought in for questioning as police searched his home and cars. While he was in custody, detectives collected a DNA sample from Tellis. They also took the jeans he was wearing into evidence and gave him a white paper suit to change into before he was taken back to his house and swarmed by reporters eagerly awaiting his arrival.
Did you do this? Did you commit this murder? Did you do this? Can you tell us anything?
Inside Tellis' home, investigators say they found gym shoes in a duffel bag similar to what was seen in the surveillance video. And when they looked in the garage, detectives say they discovered what was left of a straw sun hat.
The sun hat.
The sun hat.
Cut up into pieces.
Yes.
But police say the most crucial piece of evidence would come from the DNA sample that was taken from Tellis earlier that day.
We received positive DNA results that showed Robert Tellis' DNA at the crime scene.
Tellis' DNA was under Jeff's fingernails.
There's no doubt in my mind that Jeff knew exactly what was happening in that split second, and he made sure he got the evidence.
Tellis was arrested and charged with German's murder. He has since pleaded not guilty.
Did you murder Jeff German?